November 11th, 2006. It's rivalry football game day. The Battle of the Old Mountain Jug. App State versus WCU at E.J. Whitmire Stadium in Cullowhee, North Carolina. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m., temperature 62 degrees, winds 5 miles per hour. Imagine standing in a tunnel, kickoff is approaching, hearts pounding, eyes closed as you slightly hop side to side. You can hear greatness echoing off the tunnel walls from players and coaches in the past rooting for your success. You can smell the aroma of preparation, passion, and grit in the air as you stand next to your teammates. As you get closer to the field of play, you can hear and feel the roar of the crowd that makes the hair on your arms stand up. Then the music drops. You run out of that tunnel experiencing the power of inclusion. Raise your hand for me if you remember your experience with the power of inclusion. That moment that was bigger than yourself. For me, running out of that tunnel as a Division I collegiate football athlete with my teammates, coaches, supporting staff is a moment I will never forget. As I stand on this stage, a lot of thoughts come to mind. I think about how at one point in my life, my identity was built under the helmet. I believed that I was an athlete, period, and nothing else. This mindset complicated my transition out of football. The purpose of this talk is to address that in order for an athlete to be successful, it requires a complete focus on the game. But this focus can lead to an unhealthy dependency on the sport's inclusion. It also can lead to neglect by the athlete in cultivating and exploring other areas in their life while in their sports career. Sport experts suggest that if I pick 5 of you out in this room, 4 out of 5 of you will find it challenging to transition out of sport up to 2 years post-career. 1 out of 5 of you will have what we call a crisis transition, meaning you will battle with psychological distress and poor mental health. I believe you need a plan post-expiration day out of sport or life transition. I want to share a story with you. Post-college graduation, fall 2010, I was standing in a pizza preparation line. I had just received an order for a large meat lover's pizza. As I was placing the pepperoni on the cheese, I got this overwhelming thought. What happened to the roar of the crowd, the experience and emotion I felt running out of that tunnel with my teammates? Why didn't I feel the hair standing up on my arms or my heart pounding with excitement in that pizza preparation line? Now, I know 8 or 9 of y'all probably like, Chaz, you just weren't making them pizzas fast enough, man. But honestly, just like your arteries and veins are the tunnels that support your blood as it moves through your body, football was the tunnel that supported my soul as I moved through life, starting at the age of 9, 10 years old. At the age of 23, standing in that piece of preparation line, you physically couldn't see it, but mentally and emotionally, I never took my football helmet off. Fast forward 2 years, I remember awakening to a car horn. I was driving behind the steering wheel of my fiance's vehicle. I was intoxicated. I was inches away from a head-on collision, potentially killing myself and the other driver. I remember turning the steering wheel to the right. I crashed into a wooden gate. Police were called, and I was taken to jail. As I stand here looking back, standing behind that jail cell, I realized that my identity built under the helmet expired, and I did not have a plan. I was in a crisis transition. Do you remember the children's book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar? This is a book me and my wife read to our 3 children often. I believe you and I are not very different from this caterpillar. This caterpillar dealt with 3 phases of transition: expiration, exploration, and reimagine. In the story, the caterpillar expired from its egg. It went to the world very hungry, It dealt with some adversity, but got back on track to be reimagined into the butterfly it was destined to be. For me, I expired from the sport of football. I entered into the real world. I tried multiple jobs, different titles, different friendships, relationships, but nothing seemed to feed my soul hunger. In the story, the caterpillar got sick because of taking in so much of what the world offered. For me, I got sick. I battled with anxiety, depression, alcohol abuse. In the story, the caterpillar ate a piece of green leaf that helped it feel better and get back on track towards being the butterfly it was destined to be. For me, my green leaf started with the words from a woman who entered into my world of agony and brought me out and helped bring me out into a world of peace and happiness. And this is what she shared with me. I see something in you that you do not see in yourself. I believe there's someone listening to me right now where you're in a life transition and you're one caring person away. You're one group away from a success breakthrough. I want you to turn to somebody next to you and say, I see something in you. These are the words that help me take the daily challenge of interrogating my emotional baggage and having the courage to ask for help, to have genuine conversations with people I like and trust. These are the steps that I took to become the emerging butterfly that you see today. By the way, that woman that spoke that knowledge to me, hey, I had to put a ring on it, y'all. I couldn't let that one get away. You know, I believe life transitions are like the sun. To the human eye, the sun sets at night, but in reality, it rises and shines in a different place. For me, to the human eye, my football career ended. But in reality, I've been able to rise and shine my light on thousands of athletes and students and people across the country and internationally, and realizing this thought here. You are not an athlete, period. You are an athlete, comma. You are an athlete and so much more. Before I leave you tonight, I want you to take this as a takeaway in closing. The game of life transition clock is ticking. One day that clock will read 0. My question for you is, what is your plan when your kid grows up and moves away? When that person you love or that thing that you value the most exits your life? When you get your school diploma and they say, good luck? When you retire from your job or career and the world says, what's next? Will you be prepared? My name is Chazeray Chaz Jackson, and I am an athlete reimagined. Thank you.